going on, Dolphins? So I got another report for you, some more breaking news. It just dropped. This is definitely not something that I am excited about at all. If y'all watch my show, this is not something I'm excited about. But as it is, Cameron Wake is leaving officially. He is signing a 3-year deal worth $23 million. That includes $10 million guaranteed with the Tennessee Titans. Well, there goes one of our greatest. There goes, let's see, Pro Football Focus had 10 seasons, 604 total pressures, 85.7 average grade. He was like second in the league for edge rushers last year in getting pressures. Man, I mean, look, guys, I don't know what to say, actually. I mean, again, I hope I'm wrong about this, but it looks like I'm telling you, man, this next year is going to be rough. We're starting to bleed out talent, and I mean, I love Devontae Parker, and I wish he could, again, prove me wrong. I mean, if you guys have been watching my shows, for those of you who have watched my shows since the beginning, like during the season when everybody was like shitting on Devontae Parker, I was the one that was defending him, right? Or I was one person that was defending him. And, I was like, nah, he needs more time, blah, blah, blah. I was even saying that it was good that he was on, that they were doing the 5th-year option, like all this stuff, right? And now I've changed my view on that, because he can't stay healthy and he hasn't proven to do anything. And you get rid of a reliable receiver, like everybody's talking about, oh, they kept him, or they cut his salary from 9.3 to $6 million. Good job, Dolphins. Okay, but if he doesn't ever play because he's always hurt, and like I watched an interview with him and John Kangemi, I mean, I'm sorry, it just does. I'm not getting any indication. There's no vibes or signs or anything that is going to indicate that, he's going to be what we need him to be for us. Like, and I would have so kept Danny Amendola over Devontae Parker at this point. I have his jersey. I don't want to have to like retire his jersey. Like, I wish he could stay with the team. Obviously he's gonna for at least the next 2 years, but again, then they only gave him a 2-year contract, so clearly they don't even think that highly of him. Apparently, part of their decision is, oh, well, he's got so much potential. Well, okay, well then why didn't you give him a bigger contract? Real quick side note, there was a correction. Nick Foles went to the Jaguars, so that's great. Not the Redskins, as I said in my last video, just to get that correction out there. But look, man, I mean, he was one of our biggest leaders. He was one of the most loyal players. I mean, how many times did Cam Wake restructure his contract, or, do whatever, extend it so that way we could save cap money and he could stay in Miami? A bunch. He did it a whole bunch of times. Like, I mean, I don't see, and this is what I mean when I say, like, people don't take the full context, right? Like, stuff like that is important. Like, and like, that's why, for me, if I was the owner, I would say, this dude's been loyal. We need to keep him around. He's one of our best leaders. He's productive for us. He provides that work at, like, I mean, there's so many things, so many reasons, and he's gone now. Cam Wake is no longer a Miami Dolphin. Just that sentence alone is depressing. Like, I mean, and not only that, but, then on top of that, AFC opponents are getting stronger because of us, right? Like, our AFC East rivals are getting, you know, tons and tons stronger, and we're doing what? We're bleeding talent, we're bleeding leadership, you know, we're completely stripping everything down to bare bones. Like, I mean, anyway, I guess, look, man, I'm sorry. This one definitely hurts me. I mean, this one definitely hurts me. Like, there's no reason that Cameron Wake shouldn't have finished out. And I mean, they signed him to a 3-year deal. Cameron Wake clearly wants to play and still thinks he can, right? So for me, as long, and his production was all right. He had like 5 or 6 sacks, but he was second in the league for edge rushers last year in getting pressure, right? I read to you in one of my previous videos talking about this, all the stats, right? He's second most in this. He's got the most sacks in the league since 2010. That's more than anyone else, even J.J. Watt and Von Miller and all those guys, right? Like, I mean, this one hurts. This one cuts deep. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to start shit talking and be like, oh, Willie's old, and oh, he didn't do anything for us last year, and blah, 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 blah. You know, whatever, man. I don't want to hear it. It's nonsense. There's no reason Cam Wake should not have finished his career in Miami. But, you know, I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, right, man? I'm just so tired of how the money and the politics has just like corrupted everything. And I mean, it's just nonsense. This is just nonsense. And anyway, let me go ahead and end it on that, cuz I could just sit here and stew in this madness for forever and ever, but I don't want to do that. Take this moment to kind of absorb it, let it sink in. Like I said, this one hurts, but, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is, and we're going to have to move on. So, I mean, it's another move, though, that I don't agree with. I don't agree with them letting Cam Wake get away like that, and I haven't agreed with a lot of these moves so far. And look, I mean, you know, like I said in my previous video, people can give me shit for it. I don't care. I don't have to agree with everything that, you know, everyone else says, and y'all don't have to agree with everything I say. It's the beauty of the world in this country, right? Whatever. You know, we all have our opinions or whatever, and it doesn't matter if we agree. My thing is just, you know, obviously being able to have cordial, you know, debate about things. And obviously there are certain things that are just factually correct. And as long as, you know, people aren't ignoring the facts in the context, let's have conversations about stuff and whatever. But I mean, this one hurts, man. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. All right, guys, look, like I said, soak this in for a minute, and then tomorrow we'll move on. We'll see what they do from here. You know, we'll see what they do from here. But for me, it's not very inspiring. It's not very encouraging. Man, you know, I gotta say, probably the most exciting thing for me right now as a Dolphins fan is buying this upcoming year's draft hat. Ever since 2015, I started collecting the draft hats, and so, like, I hate to admit it, but right now, like, the most exciting thing for me as a Dolphins fan is getting that hat. Anyway, so let me finally get out of here. So that's the news for you guys. It has been made official. I hope you guys enjoy my videos, even if it's not always pleasant news that I have for you guys. So if you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section. And as always, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I'm out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.